with you.
Who Will plays in the film?
Does anybody know? Anybody? Anybody who's not? No? Close. That's good. Anybody? You? Slade.
Is that the movie
Slade! You'll see.
So, Will, this is exciting because, you know, when we get to bring people like you to our screenings with all these kids and moms and dads, it's really a bonus. So we first want to thank you for stopping by.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here. And let me just say, if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't get to make movies like Teen Titans Go to the Movies. So I'm absolutely thrilled that all of you are here today. And it's kind of nice to get out of the heat a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We're all happy to be in this air-conditioned theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're all just starstruck. So, Will, let's start because, honestly, we heard that you're also a producer on the film as well.
Yeah.
So tell us how you got involved with Teen Titans Go.
Well, a lot of parents will be able to relate to this. I was sitting in the kitchen and, you know, you hear sometimes some shows going on in the background from the other room and the sound of it might kind of drive you crazy. We've all been there before for something that we're not exactly liking the sound of.
No idea what you're talking about.
Right? Okay. And then I heard some jokes and I heard some stuff happening from the other room, in the family room, and I go into my boys, my two sons who are almost 8 and almost 10, and I said, what is this? And they said, it's Teen Titans Go. It's on Cartoon Network. And I thought, this is really funny. And I loved it, and I started watching more and more episodes myself and showing other adults, and I was like, we gotta watch this show. And they're like on Cartoon Network?
Kids, like, all of a sudden okay with the fact that you're watching with them?
Yeah, oh my, are you kidding? They're psyched. Is your microphone broken?
Yeah.
I've got a degree. Yeah, that's good. And it's just an on switch. So, I'm kidding. So,
I can take it.
yeah. So anyway, I got involved and they wanted to make a movie, and I said, well, let me try to help you guys do that. And then through the process, they said, would you want to voice Slade, who's kind of the villain? Spoiler alert, not really, but and I said, yeah.
But
So,
these kids all know because they watch the show, right?
you guys all watch the show. Who here is a fan of Teen Titans Go?
Woo!
I love it.
And so what did you about the fact that now
I love
the show
Cyborg.
that they watch the movie?
They're very excited. They got some notes. They want to make sure that we're doing all the right things, and that, you know, that we're staying true. Yeah, for sure. And my own kids, you know, because when we were finishing the movie, they got to see it, and I sort of gauged their reaction, and they're a great litmus test as to whether or not it's working. And then we had another screening just like this a couple days ago, and they went again. They wanted to see it, not just because it's their dad's job. And they really liked it. So yeah, it's a cool process for them.
So that must make you sort of extra happy or extra proud that you can have your kids celebrate your work. Are you making more choices now that are geared towards family films to involve your kids, or do you feel like whenever a good script just comes to me, I'm going to take it?
Well, it's kind of both, but you know, it's such a bonus to be able to do stuff that I can experience and share with my kids, that that they can be excited about the process. When I tell them not just the finished product, but when I'm going to work, and I can say I'm going to do this, and this is what we did today, and they can come in, and you know, like a lot of y'all, you might bring your kids with you to see what you do, and they get to know the people you work with, and it's, you know, you're all, you know, experience and sharing this stuff together. So it's cool that I get to do what I get to do, and I'm very fortunate in that way, but that I get to share it with them is just awesome. Yeah, it's important to me.
And do you have a preference of voiceover work versus acting? Is it more challenging? Because I know you go in a booth and you're like, you know, you have to sort of be into it. Is someone there like reading the lines and playing off of you, or are you just like, I got to get into this character and I'm going to try to be as funny as I can right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, usually you work with the director, and you go in. A lot of people think that they animate the thing and then you put your voice in after, and it's actually the opposite. I go in and we do the scenes, and then they go in, they animate for a few months, and then they come back and you work on it like that. But you know, you're usually reading with the director, not usually with other cast members, but you're working with the director, and you're kind of going through the scenes and finding fun stuff and funny stuff, and it's very different from doing live action, but I find it to be really fun.
And can you talk a little bit about the process of how that works? Because this obviously has such a great cast, but did you actually work with any of them?
I never recorded with anybody, but that's not unusual. You know, when we were making the Lego, who likes the Lego movies here? Anybody seen Lego?
Hey!
Have you guys seen Lego Batman?
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Yeah, you know, I mean, in that movie, Zach Galifianakis plays the Joker, and he and I did a bunch of stuff together. Rosario Dawson as well. In the Lego movie, Chris Pratt and I did a bunch of stuff, and Elizabeth Banks. But usually, you're just working by yourself, so it is sometimes a lonely process.
And how about the voices? Like, how do you find, okay, this is going to be the voice of this character?
You just kind of try some stuff out.
Like what?
You know, I mean...
Like, did you, like, play with different...
Yeah, you just kind of get in there, and depending on what you know who the character is, and you know what he's trying to do, so you're always trying to find something different. You know, for Slade, he's kind of like, he's over the top, and he's always talking like this, you know. I don't know if, and you know, Lego Batman was, we knew that we've seen Batman and they have that gravelly voice, and we wanted to hear a guy who does that all the time, even when he's like making food at home, and then he's always got this voice, even when he's just like getting changed, right? And you do stuff like that. Or, you know, who here has seen the Despicable Me movies? You've seen those? In the first movie, I played the guy who's the banker who Steve Carell's character keeps trying to get money from. And I thought about, I wanted to have a guy who sounds like every time he says the word money that he wants to eat it, right? And he's a banker. So like, so you're telling me that you want some money? And it's almost like he's slobbering because he's just so hungry for money.
And did you always know that you would be able to do these kind of different voices, or you just tried out like...
Not really. I mean, I don't know. It's just something that I didn't really. Well, I mean, I didn't.
Oh, they have a history. Sorry, I forgot about that.
We knew each other from a different lifetime ago, and when I was first getting into voice work, and so yes, I used to do a lot of, and still do a lot of sort of commercial voice work where I'm announcing, you know, for various products over the years. Yeah. Like
You have
GMC
the golden
trucks.
voice. It's amazing.
Well, it's been all right.
It's so great. Let's open it up to the audience for a few minutes because we always hog talent and we don't want to do that. So does anyone have a question for Will Arnett? Do not be shy, and this lovely man will come find you.
I'm David, and what was your favorite animated movie to work on?
Wow, great question, David. You know, it's one of those things that each one is a really fun experience. I love making the Lego movies because I love playing Batman. It's really fun. I like making this movie because I'm such a fan of the characters and of all the Teen Titans characters, much like you probably are. But each one is kind of like a different little project that's really fun to do. So I guess right now, because it's so fresh in my mind, probably this. But you know, it always kind of changes, and you just. So it's not really favorite, but they're all have a great special place in your heart because, you know, of what you did in it. But great question.
Yeah. There's a kid here. Shout it. Go ahead. Yeah, you.
What's your favorite character of Teen Titans Go?
My favorite character of Teen Titans. What's your name?
Diego.
Diego, nice to meet you. I would say Cyborg. Yeah, I like Cyborg. Yeah, I like Cyborg. I knew it. Because he shoots meatballs. Yeah. Right? Come on, he shoots meatballs, and he's always got the party horn. You know that. This guy with the hat on backwards. I like his style. You.
What is your favorite voice?
What's my favorite voice? Ooh, what's your name? I can't hear it, but Glenn. I love it. 2 N's? No. My favorite voice, again, Batman's pretty fun. You know, Batman because he gets to be old. But you know, have you ever seen a movie called, anybody here ever seen Horton Hears a Who?
Yes.
Yeah, so Horton Hears a Who, I played Vlad, you know, the mean bird who steals a thing. Yeah, and he was a Russian, and he was like, with this clover, I will do this, and take this clover. And that was really fun to do.
Wait, I just have to ask quickly, do you have like a special voice that your kids get to have and only them, and you have little characters when you tuck them in bed at night? You must. You don't have to share it because it's probably special, but I would think you're so...
Well, yeah, I don't know if I ever do. I think, you know, we all have those things that we do, and the special language that we have with our kids, and the special words and things, and we definitely have stuff like that we do that's kind of playful, that's our own thing. It's a intimate thing between a parent and a child, and yeah.
Never been like dad, like enough.
All the time.
Right here.
My name is Kai. What is your favorite power in the Teen Titans?
My favorite which? Power. Kai, thank you. Great question. My favorite power. Well, I think what you're going to see, that's a great question. And I'll tell you why. Because that comes up a lot in the movie. And it's going to come up, you're going to be able to follow that and remember your question when, with regards to Robin. Because Robin doesn't really have an actual superpower, right? And kind of like Batman. Batman doesn't actually have a superpower, but it's a really important part of the movie, and that's a great question. So I'm not going to answer it, but you're going to answer it yourself when you see the movie. How about that? Right down here. Yeah. Well, there are superheroes in the movie. The question is, why are there superheroes in the movie when it's supposed to be Teen Titans Go? Well, you know, some of them, Cyborg's a superhero, and he's kind of, but there are superheroes because they're kind of from that world, so we're kind of opening it up and seeing the whole bigger world where the Teen Titans came from. And you're going to actually, there's a whole thing about origin stories and stuff, so I don't know if you know about that, but you're going to find out right here. Hard or easy filming this movie? It's always a challenge because there are a lot of things. There's so many awesome, talented people who are part of it. Great artists, great musicians. You know, the writers, and that whole process. It's a lot of people collaborating, which is, you know, working together, and that part is not necessarily hard, but it's always a challenge, and it's problem solving, and it's all this stuff that you, by the time you leave school, you'll have to be better at problem solving. You know how you deal with that. That's where this kind of stuff pays off. As an adult, you're learning how to work with other people and to share and get along.
How long did it take to make?
10 years.
To to everyone that's watching on Facebook, we want to say a quick hello, and we have a question from Facebook.
From Shelly Kaplan, what made you decide to be the villain Slade in the movie?
What made me decide to be the villain Slade? Well, I didn't really have much of a decision because everybody else, my partners on the film, the writers and the co-producers and stuff, they were like, well, look, we got the role of Slade here, and I think that you have to do it. And because I know a lot of people feel like, oh, you just got to put this movie together so that you could cast yourself as the bad guy. But that's really how it came about, and I was really happy to be able to do it. And then, because I played Batman is in this movie, so we got Jimmy Kimmel plays Batman in this movie, and which is a lot of fun. We got Nicolas Cage playing Superman, so we've got some really fun. Yeah, it's a great cast.
Kristen Bell, right?
Yeah, Kristen Bell's amazing in the movie. You guys know Kristen Bell from Frozen? Yeah. She's in the movie. Hang on, right up here.
What do you like about Slade?
What do I like about Slade? Well, great question. He is a villain, but you know what? Even though he's kind of like a bad guy, he's also not that confident at what he does. So he has moments where he kind of doubts himself, and then the Teen Titans end up frustrating him a lot, and he's like, he kind of makes him question what he's doing a little bit. So, thank you.
One up here. Go ahead.
My name's Camilla, and do you use your Slade or Batman voice in your everyday life?
Well, great question, Camilla, because I'll tell you what, I don't yell at my kids when they're bad. I just don't. I don't believe in it. But I will sometimes be like, guys, turn off the iPad. And then they don't. And I'm like, hey, turn off the iPad. And that usually works. My buddy right here. What age did I start working in the movie industry? How old do you think I am now, and be kind?
25.
No, you don't have to guess. I'm kidding. I started working in the movie industry. I moved to New York when I was 20, and I didn't actually start working in the movie industry until I was 25. So it took a while.
What was your first film?
You know, that's come up a lot today, but my first film that I actually had a big role in was a big role in a very small movie, and it was called Eerie, and I don't even think you can find it now. It doesn't exist, thank God. I thought I would copy and burned it. Yeah, up there.
My name is Caleb, and how did you like being in the Ninja Turtles movie?
Wow, thank you, Caleb. Do you guys all see, anybody here see the Ninja Turtles movies? Yeah, a couple people. All right, that's fine. That's okay. It's okay. We did a panel a little while ago, and it was with you guys, wasn't it? In LA, and the kid stood up and he said,
Sully.
"Yeah." And he said, "Any famous people in your movie?" And I said, "I guess not." Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. I need that. I loved making the Turtles movies. It was a lot of fun. I really liked the Turtles, and we got to shoot them here in New York, and so that was really great. That was a bonus, and they were a lot of fun. A lot of fun to make. Yeah, thank you.
We have 2 more questions.
My name is Jack, and what was your first kids movie?
My first kids movie. My first kids movie was Ice Age 2. Yeah, Ice Age 2, and I also played a bird in that, one of the vultures. It was a small part. And then I think after that it was Ratatouille. Do you guys see Ratatouille? I played Horst, the chef, the German sous chef. With this I killed a man.
Okay, so we're gonna take one more
One more
question.
question.
We're gonna do a minute with the moms and peace out. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You pick.
Oh God.
Right here, she's waving.
Oh, her, right here. Waving her arm. Yep, you.
What is your favorite part in the Teen Titans Go to the movie?
That is a great question, and I've been waiting for that question, because I'll tell you what it is. My favorite part in the Teen Titans Go to the Movies is the music. There's a lot of great music in the movie, a lot of big numbers, and if y'all who know the show and are fans of the show know that there's always been great music and great songs, original songs, and we have some amazing original songs in this movie that are really fun, and I think that are actually quite catchy. So thank you for the question, and now she's talking to her neighbor who doesn't care.
Before we do a quick thank you to Facebook. Yeah, thank you, Facebook Live.
Thank you, Facebook Live.
Okay, we're gonna do something really quick now. It takes 1 minute. We need 60 seconds on a clock, somebody. Okay, here we go. And this is a minute with the mom.
Wait, we have to tell him. We're just gonna ask you like really fast questions.
Yeah, it's fun. You'll have a good time.
Okay.
Ready? So this is a minute with the moms with Will Arnett for Teen Titans Go. And here we go. Will, favorite movie you've ever seen?
With Nell and I.
Favorite place to travel with your kids?
Eastern Long Island.
Dream acting collaboration with an actress.
Meryl Streep. Favorite app?
Favorite musician?
Oh gosh, this is gonna be Led Zeppelin. Favorite concert, U2. I don't know.
Favorite date night.
Favorite date night? I go to bed at 9:30 at night.
Favorite food?
Favorite food? Ice cream.
Flavor?
Favorite kid.
Chocolate. Favorite kid? I actually do not cook.
And if you weren't an actor, what would you want to be in life? 5 seconds.
Oh my God, hockey player.
And that was a minute with the moms. Okay, so everybody,
We're gonna screen it now. No reviews till July 25th. Hashtag is Teen Titans Go Moms. Thank you, Arnett!
Did you like it?